Hello and welcome to Yoga 413. My name is Tauni. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. We're going to be doing a yoga sculpt class, which takes some basic yoga poses, combines it with a set of 3 or 5 pound weights, and just a little bit of cardio involved to get your heart rate up, making it a total body, low impact workout. So I hope you enjoy this class. If you do, please let me know by hitting that like button, commenting, or even sharing it with a friend. Thank you so much. Let's get started. So we're going to start today's class in mountain pose, standing at the top of your mat. And you want to be sure your weights are near the top of your mat where you can reach them here after we warm up. So let's just go ahead and begin in mountain pose. Feet are hip distance apart. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale through the mouth, and I want you to just relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Just start to firm the muscles in the legs, lifting those kneecaps. Just take some nice even breaths. Now inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Now reach the arms up, lengthen that spine, gaze up, bringing the palms together and just come down through the heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale down. One more time. One nice long deep breath, and exhale. So reach those arms up, and now we're going to take that left arm down and just stretch through the right side of the body. And then lift it back up and switch sides. So just some gentle movement here as we get started. And then let's bring the arms back over your head and then take them to your low back. Fingers are going to point down. Just give me a nice back bend here. Start to open up your chest. Your elbows are drawing in towards each other. And then just walk those eyes back forward. Let's step wide on the mat, facing that long edge of the mat. Turn those toes out. Come into sun pose. So you're just going to bend your knees, do a little knee check. Knees over ankles, and then we're just going to start to move into some sunflowers, reaching up. Then I want you to sweep the arms, come down towards the floor, and lift up. As you exhale, I want you to pull that belly in, and you can slightly round into that low back here, just gently starting to move the body. Nice, slow, and controlled movements. So I know in a vinyasa flow practice we move with the breath, and we're going to try to do that as much as we can here in this class as well. So let's give me one more big sunflower. And now as you exhale, I want you to draw your elbows in towards the center of the back into a moon flow. So reach those arms up. Exhale, bend, engage those muscles in the upper body. Good. So just flowing here at your own pace, we're just warming everything up. It's one of my favorite classes to teach. And it's really good. Some people who are maybe not real big fans of yoga always tend to like this class. They just feel like they get everything in with the weights, the little bit of cardio, the stretching at the end. And it's all low impact. Let's do one more. Good. Let's step to the top of your mat. Back to that mountain pose. Find your Tadasana pose. Then let's reach those arms up. And as you exhale, let's come into our first forward fold. So remember, you can bend those knees, just hinge forward from your hips. Hold here. Just start to open up all through the back side of the body. Now let's lengthen the spine coming into that half lift. You can take your hands to those shins for support. Gaze forward, flatten that back, and then come back to your forward fold. Let's step back to our first plank pose. Find the foundation in your hands and feet. So you really want to spread those fingers wide. Press weight into the fingers. And now we're all just going to lightly take the knees down to the mat and then slowly start to bend the elbows, lowering down. You want your elbows to come in. Now press the tops of the feet into the mat and lift up into Cobra pose. And then reverse lift up, downward facing dog. Let's pedal out our feet here. Just gazing through the feet or through the knees. You want your head in line with those arms. Now just hold the pose, just hold downward facing dog. Find a nice stretch. And then let's look forward and step the feet to the top of the mat. Lengthen that spine into the half lift. And then exhale to your fold. As you inhale, reach up with a nice flat back, bringing the hands to the heart center. So let's flow through a sun salutation A, reaching up. Exhale, fold forward. Lengthen that spine and fold. Step back to plank pose, knowing you could always take the knees to the mat or shift forward, lower halfway down for chaturanga. Flip the feet over, press those arms strong and straight for up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's begin to look forward and step to the top of our mat. Lengthen that spine and fold. Inhale, reach it on up to stand up. Hands to the heart center. Let's do that one more time through. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, folding. Inhale, stepping back to our plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Looking forward, step to the top of your mat. Lengthen that spine and fold. Inhale, rise up, press through the feet. Hands to heart center. Let's change it up into sun B. Sit back into chair pose. Come into your fold. Inhale, flatten that back, lengthen the spine. Step back, lower halfway down for chaturanga, your low push-up position. And then upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Let's sweep that right leg up for one leg dog. Point that toe, lift it up. And then draw the knee through the chest, lifting away from the mat. Step that foot forward. Find a warrior lunge. Front knee over ankle. Pressing that back leg as straight as you can. And then let's take the hands down, step back for plank. And then low push-up chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Let's try that on the left side. So lift that left leg up and back, point that toe, take a nice stretch here. Bend that knee, step the foot forward. Knee over ankle, find warrior lunge. Good, take it down to the mat, stepping back. So this is your half series flow through chaturanga, through upward facing dog, down dog. Now know at any time you might just choose to step back to down dog. That's totally fine. Let's look forward and step the feet to the top of the mat, lengthen and fold. Sit back into chair pose, reach those arms up and then stand it up, hands to heart center. Let's do that one more time through, just warming it up. Sit back into chair. And then exhale and fold. Lengthen the spine, gaze forward. Step back to that low push-up into chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Let's lift that right leg up for one leg dog. And then step that foot forward. As you rise up, breathe into that lunge. And then exhale back down to the mat, flowing through your half series. Lifting that left leg up and back, so hopefully you're feeling warm. Bring that foot forward, rise up, Find your pose. And then come back down. Remember, your elbows are in as you lower halfway down. Shoulders and elbows align. Up dog. Down dog. Let's take a few breaths here. So hopefully starting to feel a little bit warm in that body. Let's step to the top of your mat and come into that fold. And sit back into chair pose. Let's hold chair. So you want a nice straight back, belly's in, knees bent. Good. Let's bring the hands to the heart, stand it up. We're going to start to balance now. I want you to balance on that right foot, so just lightly take the left foot back. We're going to go into warrior 3. So begin to lean forward. You want to keep your hips level. Try to make a T shape with the body. You can take your hands to your sides if you'd rather, or keep them to the heart. Now you're going to step that foot all the way back and find that warrior lunge again. Let's take the hands down. Now we're going to take that right foot, step it back. Let's see if we can find a one-leg plank. Now remember, the most important thing here is that those muscles are engaged and their back is straight. You can always take the knee to the mat or both feet to the mat. Good. Let's place the foot down, downward facing dog. Looking forward, step to the top of your mat. Sit back into chair pose, reach those arms up, sink a little deeper this time. And then bringing the hands to the heart, stand it up. Let's try all that on the other side. So balance on the left foot, lightly take right foot back. Focus on something out in front of you and come into warrior 3. Good. Start to reach that foot back. Come into that warrior lunge. Big step back. Let's take the hands down. Come right into that one-leg plank. So now the left leg is hovered off the floor. Point that toe, squeeze the glute. You're doing a great job. Let's place the foot down, downward facing dog. Now we're going to start to add a little bit of weight to that. So we're going to step to the top of our mat, deeply bend those knees, safely pick up your weights with a nice straight back, stand it up. So now we're going to add some weight to that balance. So balancing on that right foot, lightly step the left one back, roll those shoulders back. We're going to hinge forward and come into warrior 3, lifting that back leg. Try to keep those hips nice and level. Now start to pull the arms up to your waist for a row, engaging all those muscles in the back. Just a slow and controlled movement here. Good, just 2 more. Now hold it up, hold those elbows up at the waist, straighten the arms, kick it back for our triceps. Press and bend, press and bend. Lift. Good. Good. You're almost there. You got about 4 more to go. Palms are facing in towards the body. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Weights to chest. Step back to the lunge. Are we feeling that right glute yet? Or is it just me? Press those arms up. Palms face each other. Just take a breath or 2 here. And then let's bring the weights down, place them again near the top of your mat. You're going right back to a plank, this time both feet down. Bring the feet together. I want you to roll to the outer edge of the right foot, stack for side plank pose. Let's bring it back to plank and roll to the other side. Now you could always drop the bottom knee to the mat for support or even separate the feet. Let's come back to plank, separate the feet hip distance, drop the knees, take an extended child's pose. Sit back, reaching those arms forward. It's a nice little stretch here. Let's come back to downward facing dog. Let's step forward. Deeply bend those knees, safely pick up your weights, stand it all the way up. Let's try it on the other side. So now left foot, stationary, right foot steps back. Start to lean forward. Careful not to round your shoulders. They stay pulled back. Find your pose of warrior three, then add the row. Pulling those elbows up a little bit higher than the waist. Last one, hold the elbows up, extend the arms back for your tricep kickback. Now start to notice, is that back lifted leg, is it engaged? Maybe pointing that toe. You got about 4 more. Go at your own pace. You're doing an amazing job. Bring the hands to the waist, step that foot back, find your lunge. Give me 1 breath here. Just push the weight up. Belly muscles pulled in, bring it down. Step back to plank pose. So now you're gonna have the option to add weight to that side plank. It is an option. Bring your feet together, roll to that right side, and then if you choose, press the weight up and hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it down. Roll to side plank on the other side. Find your balance. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully, slowly put it down. Drop the knees, take a child's pose. Sit it back, stretch it out. Moving into downward facing dog. Let's lift that right leg up. Take a nice stretch and then draw that knee forward, step that foot. Pick up the weights. We're returning to our warrior lunge. This time we're going to do upper and lower body. Same time with those weights. Hold the lunge. I want you to bring your arms up to 90 degrees. Start to pull that right arm in only. Keeping the elbow bent, arms at 90 degrees. And that left arm's just holding that weight there. Now try the other side. Right stays stationary. Left comes in and out. Both arms together now. Bring them in for 10, 9, 4. You're doing a great job. You do not have to be with me. You can determine your own pace. About 2 more. Good. Let's open it up to warrior 2 with the thumbs facing up. Back heel is down. Find your warrior 2 pose. Now hammer curls. Bring the weights in towards the ears and extend them out. In and out. Little bit of bicep and shoulder action. You're doing a great job. Are you ready? Are you ready for 1 arm at a time? Hold it out. Bend that right arm in for 4, 3. You can do it. 2, 1. Switch. Bend the left arm for 4, 3, 2. All right, both arms same time. Get those arms up there. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those weights down. Put both weights into that left hand. We're going to lean over for angle pose, but supported angle. So I want you to just bend that elbow, place it above that knee. Take the weights that are in the left hand. Chest will face the mat, and start to row. So I doubled up your weight here. You can always go to 1. And I did that because the back muscles are large back muscles. Usually they can lift just a little bit more weight. But for these last 4, I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging for you. I want you to pull up, stand up, front knee stays bent. Press the weight up, bring it down, row, and press. Good. 4 here. I may have lied just a little bit with the reps. Keep going. The ones I show you don't count. Give me 2 more. 2. Last one. You're doing awesome. Let's give that front leg a little bit of a break. Stand it, or just straighten it, excuse me. Be sure you're set up for a triangle pose. Just hold those weights at the chest. Let's work some obliques here. I want you to just lean over that leg, and come up. Now you could drop the weight here if you wanted to extend the arms. There's a lot of options with these weights. I'm just keeping them right here at the chest today for this class. Two to go. Good. Last one. Let's pivot to the top of our mat. Place the weights down on the mat. I promised you a little bit of cardio. Step back to the plank. Here's our little segment here of cardio. From plank, you're going to start to give me shoulder taps for 10. After those 10, you're going to hold the arms. You're going to pull the knees in and mountain climb for 10, 9, 8, 7. Now, if you don't want to bounce these, pull here. You do not have to bounce. 3, 2, 1. Do it again. We've got about a minute. Do your best. Go at your own pace. After those 10 shoulder taps, 10 mountain climb. Stay focused, stay moving, keep going. Now keep going. Even if you're holding a plank, you're working, so you're doing a great job. Just keep doing your best. Keep it going. 3, 2. Let's give me 10 more seconds here. And break. Drop the knees. Sit it back. Rest your arms at your sides for a resting child's pose. Catch your breath. If you need some water or wipe the sweat, take the time now to get that done. When you're ready, return to downward facing dog. Now we've got another side to do. So let's lift that left leg up, stepping it forward, picking up your weights, finding that warrior lunge, pressing the weights over the head. So this time we're going to do an overhead press, but we're going to start with the right arm first. So just bend and straighten that right arm. Now switch with the left. Now both arms, same time. Down and press, down and press. About 8 more to go. Last 2. Open up to warrior 2. Thumbs will face up. Start giving me those curls in towards the head. Be sure that forward knee is not collapsing in. Now hold the arms out. Bend that left arm in for 5, 4. You can do it. Now switch for 5. Come on. You've got this, both arms, let's go. You've got it, only 4 more to go. Last 2 and 1. Bring both weights down into that right hand. Find your supported angle. Chest faces the mat. Start to row. So you know what's coming now, right? So now you give me a row. Straighten that forward leg. Press the weights over the head. Bring it down and row. Down and up. So these larger movements right here will bring your heart rate up, and it prepares us for that upcoming cardio segment. 2. Last 1. Good. So weights at the chest. Set up for that triangle pose. You're just going to lean it over. Feel a nice stretch and squeeze those obliques to come up. Lengthen and squeeze. Two more. All right, pivot to the front of your mat. Place those weights down. Smile. You can do this. Step back. 1 minute, 10 shoulder taps, 10 mountain climb. Or maybe you hold. Let's start. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, shoulder taps. Let's go. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mountain climb. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Shoulder taps. Mountain climb. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Last set. Let's go. Last 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees. Sit it back, rest in a child's pose or get a drink. Amazing job. Amazing job. When you're ready, return to downward facing dog. We're going to switch our focus now to some abs and back. So just take a stretch here. Let that heart rate come down a bit. Let's come forward, lower all the way to the mat. You can take the knees down if you want. You can just get those weights out of the way for now. We're going to just lift into a locust pose. So eyes forward. Lift the chest, lift the back of the legs, keeping those legs as straight as you can. Now we're going to move to locust lifts. So slowly lower down and lift up. Bring it down and lift. Down and lift. Your own pace. Hopefully that heart rate's starting to slow just a little bit, but we're just keeping movement. Now hold it up. Reach those arms over your head. Give me some lat pulls. Pull and lengthen. So we're coming from a lifted position. We're not releasing down. Really strengthen the muscles in the back. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit back, child's pose. Stretch it out, soften those muscles. Let's come up and flip it around. We're going to have a seat on our mat. And we're going to do boat pose, but we're going to go high to low. I always have to think about that. So I'm going to keep my knees bent today. You are welcome to straighten them on out. I'm going to straighten them when I go to low boat. So I'm just going to find my balance here on my sits bones, back straight, shoulders back, reach. All right, so from here, as you inhale, you're going to lengthen out the body into low boat. And as you exhale, you're going to lift back up, tuck position. So lengthen and lift, lengthen and lift. 8 more. 8. Last 4. You're doing a great job. Last 3. You could always hold on. Last 2. And 1. Hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. Go low and hold. Point those toes, bellies down. Hug the knees into the chest and relax. Good. So we're going to take the feet to the mat. Press the hips up into a bridge pose and start to walk your shoulders together. Let's try to add a chest expansion. Opening up the chest and shoulders. They've worked hard. Let's just stretch them out. Let's release. Hug the knees into the chest. So one more exercise here. I want you to straighten your legs straight up. Take those hands underneath the hips. We're going to alternate some leg drops. So just start right, lift up, left. So you can stay here with the shoulders and head on the mat. Or squeeze, contract, lift them up. Just doing a few of these. 2 and 1. Knees to chest. Let's rock it up and come all the way forward. Step back to down dog. So let's stretch out those hips. Let's bring the right knee in. We're going to move into pigeon pose. Turn that knee out to the side. Lower it all the way down for reclining pigeon. So if this bothers you in any way, you can flip over and do a figure 4 stretch, if that's better for you. Or if you feel like you're falling over to one side, just place a block underneath that right hip. Let's start to walk those hands back in and step back to down dog. Let's do that same thing on the other side. So bringing that left knee in and out and slowly lower down. We're going to walk those hands back in, and this time just swing that leg around to back to have a seat on the mat. Sitting up nice and tall, legs extended out. Let's reach it up and fold forward. Let's come up out of that stretch. Now I just want you to find a comfortable seat. So just sit comfortably, legs crossed. Let's reach the arms up, and we're going to stretch into the triceps. Take that right hand to the center of your back, gently pulling down on that elbow. And then we're going to take that same arm, reach it across. Again, just getting into that shoulder. Just pulling it across the body. Let's bring it up and switch sides. The left hand to the center of the back, tricep stretch. And into that shoulder stretch, reach it across, gently pull. Now we're going to bring it on down to the mat, so just move it on down. We're going to take our feet to the edges of the mat, knees are bent. I want you to bring your hands up behind the head, just keeping the elbows down, the shoulders down. I want you to drop both legs over to the right. Move my mic out of the way. And then to the left. So we're just doing a really nice gentle twist. Stretching out the back, all that midsection. Mobility here in the hips. You guys have done an amazing job today. I want you to bring it up. We're going to spend just a moment or two in Shavasana. You've earned it. I know this is a non-traditional yoga class, but this is so important to take some time for stillness. I invite you to just close your eyes. Just don't focus on anything, but finding some stillness and just staying right here in the present moment, free of any worries or doubts. Just take some time to just be. So you're welcome to hit the pause button and stay a little longer, or you can join me to just come out of this final pose, reaching the arms over the head. I want you to just stretch out that body, point the toes. Any movement here that feels good as you stretch, and then just soften, draw the knees in, roll to that right side. Tell yourself good job, because you did amazing. You showed up and you moved. So let's bring it on up to have a seat on our mat. One more deep breath. Reach those arms up. Bringing the hands to the heart center, and from my heart to yours, namaste. I hope you have a blessed day, and thank you again for joining me for class. God bless.